Chapter 1 of Toby Tyler, or 10 Weeks with the Circus. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Patty Cunningham. Toby Tyler, or 10 Weeks with the Circus by James Otis. Chapter 1. Toby's Introduction to the Circus. "Couldn't you give more'n 6 peanuts for a cent?" was a question asked by a very small boy with big staring eyes of a candy vendor at a circus booth. And as he spoke he looked wistfully at the quantity of nuts piled high up on the basket, and then at the 6, each of which now looked so small as he held them in his hand. "Couldn't do it," was the reply of the proprietor of the booth, as he put the boy's penny carefully away in the drawer. The little fellow looked for another moment at his purchase, and then carefully cracked the largest one. A shade, and a very deep shade it was, of disappointment passed over his face, and then looking up anxiously he asked, "Don't you swap 'em when they're bad?" The man's face looked as if a smile had been a stranger to it for a long time, but one did pay it a visit just then, and he tossed the boy 2 nuts, and asked him a question at the same time. "What is your name?" The big brown eyes looked up for an instant, as if to learn whether the question was asked in good faith, and then their owner said, as he carefully picked apart another nut, "Toby Tyler." "Well, that's a queer name." "Yes, I s'pose so myself, but you see, I don't expect that's the name that belongs to me, but the fellers call me so, and so does Uncle Dan'l." "Who is Uncle Daniel?" was the next question. In the absence of other customers, the man seemed disposed to get as much amusement out of the boy as possible. "He hain't my uncle at all. I only call him so because all the boys do, and I live with him." "Where's your father and mother?" "I don't know," said Toby rather carelessly. "I don't know much about 'em, and Uncle Dan'l says they don't know much about me. Here's another bad nut. Going to give me 2 more?" 2 nuts were given him, and he said as he put them in his pocket and turned over and over again those which he held in his hand, "I shouldn't wonder if all of these was bad. S'posen you give me 2 for each one of 'em before I crack 'em, and then they won't be spoiled so you can sell 'em again." As this offer of barter was made, the man looked amused, and he asked, as he counted out the number which Toby desired, "If I give you these, I suppose you'll want me to give you 2 more for each one, and you'll keep that kind of a trade going until you get my whole stock." "I won't open my head if every one of 'em's bad." "All right, you can keep what you've got, and I'll give you these besides. But I don't want you to buy any more, for I don't—"
Sample complete. Ready to continue?